throughout all of that game over 3.
Yeah, rock throw, and then also rock shrapnel was so good at creating space. Like even just not getting hit by it, just having to avoid it completely, really just throws a wrench into Claren because she wants to approach a certain angle. She wants to have her movement at her beck and call and not have to react appropriately to whatever you're doing. And of course, Crag being able to smother with the rock, smother with a lot of those like ranged options. It's a projectile option that for a sortie is just difficult to deal with. It just is. It's just how it is. But at the same time, we saw some conversions. There were some things that we were doing well with Claren, but at the same time, I feel like it was too little too late. It's like game 3. It's at that point, it's just not in the cards.
100% agree, Nerf. But we got to get to our other side of losers 7ths to see Mr. Humanlime come back up to the plate with his Wrastor up against the GREMLINMAN and this nice red pixelated Orcane. What a good boy.
Lava Orcane, or at least
Lava
Orcane. Like. With like the pixelated bubbles, kind of crazy, but love to see it. Now we're having to see back with more Wrastor and Orcane. I feel like definitely had some changes in this past patch. Kind of want to see what the down B changes are looking like here, because I feel like that's one of the big ones that I was looking for.
Yeah, Orcane just got like a very... It was a weird like middle hit. It felt like to a lot of what Orcane wants to do. Like the forward air changes are huge in terms of his like stray kill power, but you still have a lot of your setups, and you gained way more ability to play out of shield as Orcane. And that I think is half the battle. Like having a frame 3 option in midair against Wrastor.
Don't like that.
It's crazy, and GREMLINMAN was already nasty with this character. Get to see him with even more control and even more access to one of Orcane's strongest tools.
True, and now we have bubbles set up on ledge. We're trying to get these puddles just consistently like used up. Like we're not keeping the puddle for very long if we can help it. We're just kind of like instantly going for pressure tools, and I like that. Using the constant bubbles, it's something that wears down your opponent. It creates this really, really nice mental stack. But keeping it up also has its uses, right? So we're already seeing as an escape tool. Unfortunately, that might not be where you want to go.
Just no puddle. Sometimes you can get a lot of distance with like the puddle boosting, just like an up special without using the actual teleport. But it's not going to be an end-all be-all. Sometimes you still need that recovery tool. Oh, we're going to get the down special, but no puddle pop. Oh, I love that tech set, though. Using down tilt and then the spiking hit of up air into a tech chase with Orcane's already insanely good down strong. Like, it's a nasty setup.
Yeah, it's true. He's sneaking in these up airs, I think, in these conversions, like really, really nice. It's something that I don't often get to see from Orcane's, but that back air out of shield is something that we definitely see very often, and it works. It is good for a reason. So getting pushed off the platform here has taken a little bit of damage here, but I mean I think this is a comfortable lead. And right now we just got to figure out like, okay, Wrastor, how do we get out of this mix?
You start your own mix, apparently. Great DI though to shift away, and then the wall jump into that forward air. Oh, dude, GREMLINMAN is He's a little gremlin right now, honestly. He's finding very, very cheeky ways in order to get on and off a stage and find so much damage with it all. The forward tilt reverse hit looks for the reverse forward air to boot, but no dice, just instead naring out a shield and getting away from any problems.
Right, but still throwing out those chomps when on ground. Tries to take to the air pretty often. Uh-oh. That was really unfortunate. And of course, it sets up Wrastor for a free sweet spot, which is, hey, we'll take that.
Yeah, it's a hell of a call out, right? Like parry on those bubbles, instantly put them into special fall. Like, yeah, it is understood the assignment when it comes to playing against Orcane. You always got to look out for the puddle, but you always got to look out for that down tilt as well. It is primo positioning for Orcane, and GREMLINMAN found plenty of those down tilts to set up for multitude of stocks, netting him game number 1.
Yeah, and that's going to be kind of crazy to see because, we did see like a lot of like really, really good Orcane stuff, but there's still so much more. there's still so much more. But yeah, we are switching to Maple here, which is cool. I definitely think that that's you know, it is probably better. I don't know. Wrastor is so good.
Wrastor's so good, but the changes that Wrastor got they read like they're fine, except for the slipstream one. That nerf does definitely matter. Like, and it reads like it matters. But then like the little changes too, but jab not being as fast, down tilt having a sour spot that's really much more awkward to combo off of. Like those little changes make up for a lot of Wrastor's ground game, and without a really good ground game against a character who sits really low to the ground and can be hard to hit in Orcane, it can be really problematic to really do what you want. So Maple is more consistently going to be able to contest Orcane's positions of strength.
Yeah, that is true. We didn't see like a super aerial Orcane. Like we definitely have a really strong ground game here, and we're already using it as well against the Maple. A lot of damage on Maple, but still staying alive. Has the tether potentially if you need it, and you might need it. But there we go. We get a nice attempt at a follow-up, and then out of shield. Okay, not looking too hot. Just got to get this follow-up. That is almost into it.
Alright, again, back to stage though. Can't take any of these hits. Forward tilt will do it. Back air will do it. Like, a down tilt will set up into a move that does it. Like, just gotta play so passive. And the DI down and away on all of these dash attacks makes it so hard for Orcane to take it, but you're going to take the stock trade. No, you're even gonna make it back. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Nice awareness on the side of Gremlinman to get that down strong out immediately to not let Maple recover for free. But that was a hell of a conversion from Humanlime to instantly return the tables on Gremlinman.
Yeah, double spiking like that is definitely that feels pretty good when you get that set up and still have the potential to get back after that. That must be pretty good, but still got to figure something out here. Gremlinman is doing the right thing, setting up the bubbles, but again we're getting a great parry here, and I feel like it's been getting so much leverage.
Oh, that's so tough. Has to use the tether there. Oh, Gremlin not ready to cover it from both sides. Playing it a little bit slower, but always setting up for the right position. With tether online, though, you have to be ready to play around it if you can even get a chance to tether, but you are not going to with that reset on the platform into Nair to finish off stock number 2.
That's crazy. Okay, now we just trying to get more pressure. Look at this. Up tilts into Imagination, honestly. Oh, and then...
What happened?
Didn't expect to go off stage and maybe fast fell.
Oh, definitely fast fell. Yeah, it was a bumped to ledge grab, then held down. Just held down when grabbing ledge. Right. That's tough. Right.
Yeah, that is really tough, especially since you're so close to the ledge. You got to be ready for every eventuality, but you're just trying to get yourself out of dodge, and unfortunately, you just go way too far for your cannon. You just can't make it happen.
But we're going back to the same stage, same position, same skin, even. Everything trying the same, knowing that you can take this. This Maple has looked pretty all right. Like, Gremlinman is getting all that damage, but the places that you want to contest as Maple, you are finding damage and you're finding neutral wins. It's just a matter of finishing the food, of course, which is always the hard part, but the fun part.
Right. Yeah, definitely, and that's the challenge of it. That's the challenge of the character. That's the challenge of the matchup. And you gotta be ready for anything, especially now it's the coverage on the side B turning around, going for an option. But even then, Gremlinman never really out in disadvantage state for very long. The movement is so clean. Like, I feel like it's already a slippery character, but like to be able to dash back in and go for something big like that, wow, definitely pretty good. Props to that.
Yeah, he's zooming here, and the down tilt as well, looking for just a neutral tech with that jab spacing. Wow, up tilt hits that platform? That's crazy. Orcane is kind of crazy right now, but so is Maple. I think in terms of just overall character strength, I think Maple might be the best character in the game now. After all of the changes, I think she is that good. But at the same time, Maple is like a weirdly healthy top tier, because a lot of what makes her good is she can set up for positive scenarios so easily, but to actually win those scenarios, a lot of times it takes conditioning and guessing, which your opponent can also just be correct sometimes, and that's going to make you fall behind the 8-ball just as quickly as you can get ahead of it.
Of course, has a high skill ceiling as a character. I think Maple does, but at the same time, like there are a lot of skill checks throughout playing this character, and we'll see them right now. Just trying to get your hands on Orcane is one of them. So far, setting up Lily has been pretty consistent, but we just we don't get the second spike. We saw that there might have been a way out, and so we hesitate. We try to fall back, but instantly, of course, like Orcane. Well, in theory, could have just gotten out of that one scot-free, but then goes too far off the ledge and dies.
Yeah. Just jumping the wrong way. It seemed like maybe trying to reach the platform, but just unable to. Needs to close out this stock expeditiously, but the Lily save on the platform. Seemed like GREMLINMAN thought that the up tilt would stun Lily for longer, but came in clutch.
Yeah, and you saw the, I think it was a crouch canceled on the dash attack, which meant that Orcane is able to get out of that one. Not too much damage taken after that parry. The parries on the bubbles have been good, but we didn't get too much. It was a low percent parry, so unfortunately, you try to set up for something. Maple's still trying to get a little bit more damage on the board. Won't have much of a chance to when you get back aired like that, and that did seem a little textbook and maybe somewhat telegraphed, but I don't know. At the same time, like Orcane, he just has this burst of movement speed where it doesn't matter if you know what he's going to do or not. He's going to be coming at you one way or another.
The up strong is going to do it on the platform there, and yeah, unfortunate SD on the side of GREMLINMAN, but hey, a win's a win, and Humanlime is going to take that all the way to the bank. Game number 3, potential reverse 3-0 online, though. This Maple is. And this Maple has looked really, really good, though so has GREMLINMAN on this Orcane.
Yeah, sure.
I think see how it goes.
Switching off a Wrastor, I think, did pay off in the very end. Like
for sure.
As of right now, we have a game win. We just got to figure out how do we make more of it. We go to I don't know. I feel like this stage is good. I feel like it's a good stage, but we got to see the platform conversions. I think that's where the magic's going to really happen. Right now, Orcane still doesn't need him. He's going to be able to play at the ledge effectively enough.
Yeah, Ethereal Forest, I always find a hard stage to discern a lot of the time. Like what its strengths and weaknesses are very clear. It's like it's a smaller stage. The platform is rises and falls and is generally accessible depending on how you orchestrate your offense. But for every character that I feel like does well here, there's a reason to think they don't do well here, and it's just a hard stage to really get a grasp on a lot of the time, but at least in my opinion. But Maple and Humanlime seem like, they know exactly how they want to play on this stage, and that's with platform conversions, a juggle game, and accentuating all of those individual combo strengths on the side of Maple. Meanwhile, GREMLINMAN kind of wants to play it much more in the coverage. Like there's nowhere for you to go. You have to interact with my hitboxes.
Yeah, exactly. And it feels like you have to be playing this like high octane playstyle just because you've got to be consistently throwing things out, consistently setting up the spatial pressure. But speaking of spatial pressure, we got Terry on the ledge, and I want to see like how does Humanlime use it effectively. So far, it's just kind of like a tool to delay at the ledge, but I know there's more to it. Still, the bubbles are coming out right as we drop the puddle too. Like really, really nice instant pop into the bubbles. Very nice stuff.
It's a little concerning, though, to be too reliant on bubbles, though. As you mentioned at the start of this set, the down special pop for bubbles did get nerfed pretty substantially. Like, it was 6 frames. That's not nothing, especially in a fast-paced game like this and a fast-paced part of the set. As you mentioned, nerf again, like, we're trying to play very high octane. We're trying to make things happen, but you know what? All that bubble spawning makes you not ready for the hydroplane forward strong. Oof.
Yeah, that really is the conditioning. I think that was like we're starting to set that up and be like, all right, in game 4, like this is what I want to see. Like you said, okay, you got a game, that's great, but hey, how about if I completely, change up what I want? We get a stock off of it, but it's still last stock here, Ubel. So I mean, anything can happen. You can see Humanlime just trying to tack on the damage. Shield discipline is good, but how long can you last against such an abrasive playstyle with it just like covers space so well, forces you out of shield, and okay, we get a quick tether, and that's not bad.
The Lily tether was nice. Oh, we got the Nair bounce too, intercepting. The bubbles are starting to come in. Gremlin Man starting to cook a little bit. Dacus closing down the game. Just like that. Down tilt Dacus, no problems and no worse for wear. This Orcane has taken game number 4. Gremlin Man exploding for the set finish.
Jesus, that seemed mad early, but
that was crazy. That was a little much.
That is wild. But hey, that's just how it goes. I mean, obviously Orcane having a Dacus, super good for him because he is already like moving on stage. So Orcane